It's time. Every year, around November 1st, the same ritual begins. The internet defrosts Mariah Carey like a holiday Christmas ham. The memes roll out, the royalties start pouring in, and she reclaims her rightful throne as Mother of Christmas. But this year, the snow isn't the only thing falling, so is the public's patience. Between a tone deaf Sephora commercial and resurfaced photos of her cozying up to Benjamin Netanyahu, Mariah Carey, the woman who once united the world through glitter and whistle notes, has somehow become the face of capitalist fatigue. And astrologically, it makes perfect sense because the same planets that built her empire are now taking the crown back for review. Let's look at the cultural context. Let's start with the vibe. We're deep in a Pluto and Aquarius era. Collective consciousness is on cleanup mode. Everyone's rethinking power, privilege, and what it means to deserve attention. And Mariah, she represents the last great era of curated celebrity, the untouchable diva whose brand was built on fantasy. But in 2025, fantasy feels like denial. We're in a global moment that values awareness over escapism. So when she releases an ad mocking people protesting capitalism, then goes radio silent as fans call for accountability, it's not just a PR fumble, it's a generational misalignment. The world has changed and Mariah hasn't. All right, let's go ahead and do the birth chart breakdown. Let's decode how her chart built the myth and why it's cracking now. So, Mariah has her Sun, Venus, Saturn, and Chiron sitting in Aries, and all of that is in her 12th house. That's not just saying I'm private, that's saying I live behind the curtain. Aries here says, I'll fight for control, but only in secret. It's the celebrity formula, power through mystique. But it also means when the world demands transparency, she panics, she hides, because the 12th house doesn't do public repair, it does withdrawal. She also has Venus conjunct Saturn in Aries, square her midheaven. Basically, that means that her charm is both her weapon and her curse. She's adored for her beauty and perfectionism, but any slip, any hint of imperfection threatens the entire brand. That's why she won't apologize. She'll just reappear once the outrage cycle resets. She also has Mercury in Pisces, opposite Pluto in Virgo. That's poetic genius meets message control. She speaks in metaphor, in myth, in legend. When Mercury opposes Pluto, truth gets filtered through survival. So instead of saying I'm sorry, she'll say something ethereal like, love always wins. Beautiful sentiment, but zero accountability. She also has her Cancer moon square Venus and Saturn. So she feels deeply but guards it religiously. Every time she's been vulnerable, it cost her. So she's learned to package her sensitivity as nostalgia. Christmas in her chart is a coping mechanism. The warmth she couldn't always feel, she built a $1 billion brand around creating for others. And then let's not forget her Taurus rising. This is where the glamour lives. Taurus rising refuses chaos. She curates peace, luxury, and beauty, even if the world burns behind the scenes. But Taurus is also stubborn. She doesn't pivot when the collective shifts, she doubles down. So, what happens when the collective wants evolution and Taurus wants control? You get backlash and red glitter and wrapping paper. Okay, let's look at the current transits because right now we're currently in a cosmic PR season. Let's talk why now. Why is all of this happening now? Okay, and this moment, Pluto in Aquarius is square her Taurus rising, which is the headline transit. Pluto is the planet of power and exposure. Aquarius rules the collective. This is the internet saying, we love you, but we see you. Every shadow she's hidden behind glamour, elitism, control, avoidance, is being publicly audited right now. This square peaks through the end of the year, which means this holiday season is her accountability arc. If she tries to ignore it till it fades, the backlash will amplify. Pluto doesn't punish, it strips. And right now, it's stripping her brand of anything that isn't authentic. Saturn in Pisces through her 11th and 12th houses. Let's take a look at that. So that's the fan reckoning. Saturn is pruning what's real and who's performative. She's learning that admiration without accountability isn't loyalty, it's nostalgia. And nostalgia doesn't pay in a conscious economy. She also has Jupiter in Gemini through her second house. Jupiter expanding her money and her material values. That's why she's still profitable, even mid controversy. But it's also testing what she values morally. You can make money without making meaning, but eventually one of them runs out. She also has Mars retrograde in Leo this winter. So that lights up her creative and reputation zones. So expect public tension here. A headline, a leaked quote, or a classic diva rumor resurgence. Not because she's doing anything new, but because the world's mood is shifting. She's still on last season's PR strategy. This is the first year the holiday machine might not feel like a celebration, it might feel like a mirror. So the big question here is Mariah Carey being canceled? And the answer is no. Mariah Carey isn't being canceled. She's being invited to evolve and she's resisting. She's the last diva of an era where privacy equaled power. But Pluto in Aquarius doesn't worship distance, it demands humanity. If she keeps doubling down on myth, she becomes a Christmas caricature, the glittered ghost of a capitalism past. But if she leans into awareness, even lightly, she could pivot into legend status with integrity. The voice is eternal. The brand just needs a conscience. Because the new currency of fame right now is accountability that feels human. And maybe that's the real gift this year. The reminder that divas don't need to be perfect to be powerful. They just need to show up, not just sparkle. When the glitter cracks, the truth doesn't destroy you, it reveals what's left once the performance ends. And if anyone can survive that kind of transformation, I think it's Mariah. Anyways, you guys, thanks for taking the time to view my video. Um, Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, comment below, repost, share. Yeah, let's talk about it, babes.